1, 0. Alright. What's up, everybody? It is the podcast with Mookie and not them boys.
Low blow.
I get him while I can.
I mean, you don't really have to.
Sometimes I do. You know?
Yeah, welcome to Championship Week. I mean, we're running out of games. The standings haven't really changed too much. I've got 1558. We've got 50. Yeah, he is. We've got 1558 on the season. 177, 102 record. Asians at 1519 at the 174, 105 record. Mook with 1471 at the 170, 109 record. And Raccoon at 1363 at the 153, 126 record. Hey, sometimes we gotta stick to our guns and take our shots.
This season's in pain.
Been a good season for you.
Yeah, how are y'all feeling about Championship Week?
Yeah.
As much as I had a Jacksonville bias, I will say I feel like we have the 4 best teams left.
You know, Trevor Lawrence loses on Saturdays now.
To be fair, it was kind of wild, right? Because the kick returner fumbled the ball when they were on like the 10, right? But the only reason he was in the game was because Kirk got hurt and missed the drive.
My boy Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk never gets hurt. That dude probably isn't in the game, and who knows where we're at. But I mean, you know, I feel like with Jacksonville and the Giants, they were kind of a year ahead of where they should be. So I feel like they both had really good seasons. Yeah, there's only 2 games left on the week, so I guess. Mook, do you want to say anything about them boys?
No.
At all?
No.
No. Yeah, I feel like, you know, I feel like it was a pretty competitive game. I didn't actually see the last play that everyone was talking about, but
He had Zeke.
Huh?
Had Zeke in at center.
Oh, they had Zeke snap the ball, huh?
What?
And then
Imagine Gun Monster with only one lineman, and they decided to put Zeke as that lineman.
What?
they said
And then they ran a quick slant behind that, and because Zeke was center and got completely demolished, Zach had to throw the ball quickly, and the guy and the safety made the tackle instantly.
Yeah, that's how you know it's the fucking Cowboys. What the fuck?
Dude, listen, before that, Dak threw 2 interceptions in the game. They had no confidence in their kicker. Like,
He hasn't won that week.
please.
well, he also come out and missed the first kick in the 49er game.
I do believe McCarthy said, yeah, I don't know why Zeke was there, but Zeke was not supposed to be the center for that play.
Well, no shit.
That puts a lot of confidence in his coaching ability. Doesn't even know what the fuck's going on in the field.
But yeah, aside from that, like I said, I feel like Dallas was there. And San Fran-
What do you think was going through McCarthy's mind when he saw that? What the fuck?
Oh, what the hell? It's like if Mook was the head coach, he made a blunder like that, bro. I swear to God, that's the most Mook thing that I've ever seen for a coach. Oh, what the hell?
That's the most Diablo thing I've ever seen as a fucking.
Yeah, dude, that's the most Diablo thing.
Oh my
on
God.
the show.
I didn't know.
Dude, Mook, you would have seen Mook taking his headset, like chunking it on the ground. What the fuck are you doing?
Luke's the head coach when Diablo was the OC who drew up that play.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, don't worry, Chris. I got a strat.
I've been saying this coach for this exact moment.
Dude, Mook's just on the side going, Diablo! And he's like, don't worry, Mook, I got a strat. It's gonna work, I promise you.
It was just like me in Overwatch. Diablo, I'm just gonna ask you very calmly, where were you for that last fight? Oh, I had a strat. I flanked them.
God damn, dude. I love the man, but sometimes.
That's
Kieran, did you hear about y'all?
what about us?
Sean Payton, possibly?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that, and I'm really hoping.
You know, I've been hearing Denver's the front runner.
I've been hearing Denver and Cardinals are pretty much even pace right now.
Also, did you also hear who also gave a head coach interview to?
I think I did. I think it was somebody really dumb.
He's another Steeler coach right now.
I don't remember who it was.
Flores.
Matt Canada.
Brian Flores.
Flores, okay.
Flores. Didn't he coach?
I wouldn't mind
Didn't he
Flores.
coach
Yeah,
the
he went to
Dolphins?
Miami.
I wouldn't mind him. He did good. I think Flores
I-
got kind of the shit out of the stick when he from Miami.
Didn't that dude literally get fired for not throwing?
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what he said. But the NFL, blah blah blah. Either way,
I wouldn't mind that.
the
Flores,
Cardinals are the only team that I know of to give him a head coaching interview. Everyone right now is interviewing for a defensive coordinator.
well, I wouldn't mind getting him as a head coach if we can't get Sean Payton because I like Flores.
You know, when you said that, Asian, I just thought you were talking about Canada for whatever reason. A reason to get him out of
remember
there.
there's a name that popped
I
up
know-
that was really
I know
dumb. I
you
don't
would-
remember who it was.
Isn't that y'all's offensive coordinator's name?
Yeah, and there was rumors that if Brian Leftwich got fired, which he did, that we were gonna fire Canada for Leftwich.
I remember there's a team that's interviewing Bill O'Brien too, or not?
Bill O'Brien already went to New England.
Okay.
They brought him back as the OC, which
Bill O'Brien went to New England. There's rumors that New England's looking to trade for DeAndre Hopkins, and they're like, would it work with Bill O'Brien being there since Bill O'Brien is the one
Yeah.
I was gonna say at least New England brought in an actual OC instead of saying, "Hey, I forgot the dude's name, former Lions coach, defensive coordinator, call the offensive plays."
I don't think New England getting D-Hop is going to be hard. I don't know what the hell they would give us, honestly. I don't know if he would want to go to New England with Bill O'Brien there, like you said.
Well, who would want to go play with Mac Jones?
Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, they're gonna probably keep starting Mac though.
I know.
Till
It's
shit
upsetting.
goes wrong.
That team at least has a fucking pulse when Bailey Zappi's playing.
I mean, they have a pulse when Mac Jones plays too. It's called Ramondre Stevenson.
Like they actually.
What's the play, Mac? Well, Stevenson's gonna run 3 yards. I'm gonna throw him the ball. Then he's gonna run another 8. And that was their whole offensive game plan.
But yeah, head coaching job for the Cardinals is going to be interesting to see who gets it.
I feel like as far as Arizona goes, I hope they pick up an O lineman in the draft because they paid Kyler, and I feel like this is gonna.
We all as Cardinal.
Yeah. But I feel like this is a big prove it year for Kyler since he has the bag now, because he really didn't. He got hurt last year.
Got hurt year
There was
before
a lot of
that.
argument
Got
between
hurt
him and
this
Cliff,
year.
Like,
He's got hurt every
know.
year of his career. It's really cool. How...
I just feel like after getting the bag, he didn't really get to show it last year. So I feel like this year is a big, a big prove it year for Kyler. Pluto says he has an interview tomorrow to be the head coach of Arizona, Coon.
Cool.
The dumb head coach that you're thinking of, was it the Indy old head coach?
I think so.
Frank Wright?
Yeah, I thought I saw he got an interview with.
Yeah. But
I didn't hate Frank Wright though.
I just don't want anything out of Indy coming to the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, y'all might hire Jeff Saturday.
No, they can't. He can stay in Indy. They can do the Jeff Saturday experiment. That's the bullet I'm willing for them to take. But yeah. I'm not optimistic about us drafting a lineman because we just don't do it, but we'll see.
I'm just saying, I personally think it's a big prove it year for Kyler because
Hopefully he has
You
the
know-
chance to actually prove it with
You
a
know,
fucking
he
O-line.
He got hurt last year. There was the whole argument with Cliff. Didn't you hear the stuff about Cliff, about people calling to give Cliff a job?
Yeah, I've heard too.
And
I
he
think
told
New England
everyone-
was one of them that called.
Well, he told everyone he wasn't interested and he was on vacation in Thailand. He told everybody thanks, but no thanks.
But
So,
no, we have to get Murray O-line, otherwise it's gonna be another season of the
I
same
feel
thing.
like, right? I feel like if you can sell a coach on Kyler,
Which isn't a hard thing to do, I feel like.
I feel like he had a really tough season, so we'll see.
Fucking, because the talent is there. It's clearly there. It's just that he's an O-line and a team built around them.
I will say this, I feel like at this point it's a lot easier to sell someone on Kyler than to sell someone on Russ. As far as y'all in Denver.
But fucking hell.
Next year, Russ is about to cook.
I honestly think
Well,
Russell
you know,
is actually gonna have a bounce back year.
Yeah, dude. I would love to see an O lineman coming in Russ Cook, but I just feel at this stage, Kyler's younger, whereas Russ is older, and I feel like it was just a brutal year for both. But I feel like we didn't get as much Kyler with him being hurt. So I feel like if you could sell someone on Kyler, coaches love to take, a project that not everyone's high on at the time and bring it to prominence. I think Arizona has the pieces. So I don't know. I hope somebody that can go in there and kind of just
Make a
clean up
culture.
the culture. Yeah, I was gonna say clean up the culture.
There's no culture to clean up. They just need to instill a culture. Our culture is fucking drafting wide receivers. Which needs to be changed ASAP. But yeah, I wouldn't mind Flores. I wouldn't mind Sean Payton. The rest of the names that I've seen, I kind of just don't care for. So
I'll say this: I feel like they do need to go like older, like Sean Payton, if possible, like a Flores. I feel like they need somebody disciplined, is what I should say.
mm-hmm.
I feel like if they try to bring up like a college guy, it's not.
Yeah,
gonna
no,
work.
we bring up another college coach, then we're actually just dumb.
But all right, y'all ready to talk about these games?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ready?
We start with the NFC Championship game, as we got, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kai Parasite, and I am the advocate for the 7-0 undefeated, the Beast of the East, the Cowboy Conqueror, Barack Purdy. And the San
Christ.
Francisco 49ers go into Philly to take on Coon's boy that I was completely wrong about, as he calls him, MVP Hurts, and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh.
Woo!
I put 8 on Philly. Thank you so much for the lurk, Turtle. I appreciate it. I put 8 on Philly. I will add on to that San Fran statement if they win. Yeah, I feel like at this point, I'm still shaky on Philly. They just came off of absolutely crushing the Giants. Lane Johnson looked a little limpy out there, but I'm going to assume he'll make it through. Jalen looked like Jalen. I think this game's going to be really close and could go either way. I got the final 27-24 Philly. I just feel like at some point Purdy's going to hit the rookie wall. But, I feel like they are the most all-star studded team in the NFL. But I feel like we've seen it all year out of Philly. We know what they want to do. They're going to run the ball. They're going to try to, beat you down. I think Jalen's going to make the throws when he needs to make them. I don't even know what the actual line is on this game. It is 2.5. So I mean, it's close. I feel like these are the two best teams in the NFC, though. I'm taking Philly behind their quarterback having. I think Mahomes will win the MVP, but having an MVP season. Yeah, I'll take Philly and that O-line to get the job done at San Fran. But I'm not shocked if this goes the other way. 8 on the Eagles.
Well, y'all already know. I put 16 on my boy, Jalen. By God, that hurts. And he's a god, and I'm not worried. That is all. I am interested, though, if San Fran does win this and go to the Super Bowl, what they do with Trey Lance, what they do with Brock Purdy, and what they do with Jimmy G. Because those are 3 quarterbacks that can all start on a team, potentially, after how this year is gone.
I think Jimmy G will leave, but I look at it. I feel like if Brock Purdy wins this game and goes to the Super Bowl, I feel like you must start him next year. But I feel like this game is kind of all on the line for him, right? It could go anywhere from being like the true underdog story, like Mr. Irrelevant to the Super Bowl, to your Trey Lance's backup next year. So in that facet, this game is very, very interesting for San Fran.
Mook.
Oh, you want me to go? All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up my heart. I'm taking the Niners. I got 8 on them. Fuck Philly. My score is 31-24 Niners. And that is all.
Oh yeah, my score is 21-17 Eagles.
So, fun little tidbit about this game. You know, this isn't the first time the two of them have played against each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts.
Oh, did they play each other in college?
They did with 11 combined touchdowns between the two quarterbacks, 42-41.
Jesus.
Jalen Hurts on top.
My boy.
That high. And granted, Jalen Hurts went to the better school. He went to a bigger college name than Brock Purdy. But I do have the Eagles winning this with 16 confidence points. I like the Eagles' weapons a little bit more than the Niners. I like A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts more than Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey against the two defenses.
They also got Devontae Smith too, who can burn you at any moment for a cheesy touchdown.
In my eyes, he's a poor man's Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
But I have the score as 27-19.
We both gave Philly 27, Asian. Mook, how much did you put on this game?
31-24.
No, confidence.
8.
Okay, so me and you both put our So Asian and Kuhn put their confidence in the NFC, and we put ours in the AFC, I see. All right, and the AFC Championship game. Cincinnati going to Kansas City. I will say, while the Jags lost, I feel like KC and Jacksonville is the most competitive game of championship weekend. Can we just talk about Cincy for a minute before we do this? They absolutely owned Buffalo. I feel like Buffalo got embarrassed in their home stadium. I mean, the snow don't really play to Buffalo's strengths, but I was concerned when I picked them about them missing 3 of their 5-0 linemen. But they ran. How many yards did Mixon have? Didn't they rush for over 150?
I don't know. I was so busy. I'm not gonna lie. I missed most of the games.
Oh yeah. What's up?
I think Kuhn said same.
Oh, yeah. So essentially, what happened was Cincinnati planned for the snow. They threw a bunch of short passes and ran the ball. And
they ran for 105. Samaje Perine ran for 33, and Burrow ran for 31. So.
Yeah, they ran for 170 total yards and threw short passes, kept moving the sticks. And Buffalo just never could seem to get it going. They just kept trying to do the long game. I was hearing talk this week about how McDermott was the only defensive coach left in the playoffs, and they were saying how I could really show that he never made the adjustments. I don't know. It didn't look like Cincinnati was missing 3-0 linemen. They were kind of moving the ball at will. Yeah, it was very impressive. It was a snowy day in Buffalo, which that team likes to throw, but it just feels like they couldn't make the adjustments to get more of a run game and to do more short pass stuff, whereas all day Cincinnati was just getting stuff that they could feasibly get to move the chains. That being said, I put 16 on the Bengals. Maybe picking against KC will haunt me again, but the Mahomes high ankle sprain concerns me. They say he's feeling good, but a high ankle sprain don't heal in a week. I mean, he looked fantastic against Jacksonville even on one leg, but like Cincinnati's has got some dogs on defense. They're a lot better defensively than the Jags. I think they're going to get after Mahomes and make him uncomfortable on that ankle. So they're 3-0 against Kansas City in the last, I think it's 13 months. I think they're going to make it 4-0. I got the final 31-28 Cincy. And a repeat trip to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, repeat loss at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that might be what happens.
I put 8 on KC.
I was going to say, I will say this, Kuhn. If Mahomes didn't have the high ankle sprain, I think I'd be going KC here.
But yeah, I put 8 on KC. I mean, the Bengals are fucking phenomenal. This is like a miniature Super Bowl in itself, honestly, with these two teams. And it's a shame we can't really get this matchup in the Super Bowl, not gonna lie. But they're both in the AFC, and both these teams deserve that spot, and they both want that spot. And I think Pat Mahomes is going to will himself to get himself to the Super Bowl again after missing it last year, because I believe they missed it last year, right?
Yes, because Cincinnati beat them in Arrowhead.
So I think KC is going to come here, get some revenge, get to the Super Bowl again, and then from there, what happens, happens. I've had the score 30-27. I think this is going to be the highest scoring game, with KC scoring the most. I think San Fran is going to score the least.
Well, I honestly think this game could go coin flip. It could go either way. So that's why, because of points wise and playing the catch up game, I will be going with the Kansas City Chiefs with the 8 confidence with the score 30-28. Kansas City scoring the most, San Francisco scoring the least. I am worried about the high ankle sprain. Mahomes was a full participant in practice today. So, I mean, if it was really that bad, I don't think he would have even practiced. They would have kept him off of it. But, I don't know. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. It's good. It's a good bet.
I'll say this, too. I don't think Cincinnati lets Travis Kelce catch 14 balls, but we'll see.
Travis Kelce's a hell of a player.
I agree with that.
The game saying that we're not going to let Travis Kelce catch 14 balls, but you know what happens? Travis Kelce still catches 14
That's
balls.
like his fucking average, bro.
Happen, right?
That's like
I just have more confidence in Cincinnati's defense than
That's
I do.
Like his fucking
All
average.
years since Tyreek Hill's not been on the team, the number one priority has been stop Travis Kelce. And, you know, a lot of teams have not been able to stop
I was
Travis
going to say it's only happened, like twice this year?
I don't know.
Oh, hold on. Go on.
Travis Kelce's a hard man to stop.
I'm gonna look at his line the last time he played Cincinnati.
Honestly, it'd be fun if we saw Kadarius Toney finally start to pop this week too.
The last time that they played, wait, yeah, December 4th, he caught 4 for 56 and no touchdowns. So I think he'll have a better game than that, almost for sure.
How much did Tyreek have that game?
Tyreek's not on the team.
No,
Tyreek's not on the team.
No. When did they play last? Did they play this year?
December 4th last year, yeah.
Well, last year.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
It was literally December 4th of this season.
Okay.
Yeah, it was they actually went to Cincinnati and lost to the Bengals.
The biggest To answer your question, I guess the next biggest receiver was MVS, 2 for 71, Juju 3 for 35. They did not have Tony at the time. Pacheco ran for 66, and Jerick McKinnon ran for 51.
That's where a lot of the volume went from. Probably, I imagine.
Well, 22 carries between the two, 14 and 8.
All right.
I honestly think Tony's gonna be a fucking bright spot, though.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I want to say
Good.
I think I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. I picked the Joe Burrows for 16 points. The Mahomes injury, it kind of concerns me. I'm a little bit worried about it. And plus, Cincinnati's had the Chiefs number all year. Well, the last 3 times. My mistake. And yeah, my score is 27-24 Bengals. Just a 3-point game, a good old classic. You know, I feel like that's how their games have ended, all 3 of them, with the Bengals on top by 3, and I think it will be the same thing.
I'll say this: all 3 times that these teams have met in the last year, Cincinnati has been losing going into the fourth quarter. They've all 3 been fourth quarter comebacks.
Damn. My most is San Fran, and my least is Kansas City. But we already threw out scores.
Yeah, my most was Cincy and my least was San Fran. Dude, I can tell y'all why Mook is praying for a San Fran win because the commissioner of our in-town league is a huge Philly fan, and he's just been talking massive shit on the Cowboys.
All I know is if we get Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl, that's like the best outcome for me after the Cardinals got eliminated because it's my favorite AFC team against one of my favorite quarterbacks. So.
Brock
I said,
Purdy.
dude, maybe I'm wrong, dude, because Mahomes is literally the greatest QB I've ever seen. That ankle injury bothers me, and since he seems to be the one team that has the kryptonite.
Well, it's a good thing he's
Which
not
is
Superman
weird
this year.
because Asian being a Steelers fan, he's not used to seeing the Cincinnati success. He's used to seeing the Bengals that win 9 games go to the first round and get fucking trounced.
Just real fun. Mel Kiper for ESPN put out his latest mock draft for all of his team. He need ESPN Plus, which I happen to have. But do you guys want to hear what he projected your all's draft?
A wide receiver.
Yeah, go for it.
With the 3rd overall pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Will Anderson Jr., defensive end / outside linebacker
That's
from
not a
Alabama.
wide receiver. He's wrong.
New Arizona general manager Monte Austin Front gets a premium pick to try to improve this roster. He could luck into a Pro Bowl edge rusher right off the bar. Anderson was a tackle for loss machine in college, had 54 over the past 2 seasons. He was unblockable at times against SEC competition for the Cardinals, who are losing retired J.J. Watt. He could play some outside linebacker and move around this defense, create mismatch.
Also, can I ask if you're blue balling me because the Saints don't have a first round pick?
Did not know. Seattle Seahawks select Will Levis, quarterback from Kentucky. He is the 3rd quarterback to go in the draft.
Can I just say I could be wrong? I think Seattle's going to trade up to get a QB to get their pick of quarterback, whether it be with Chicago or one of them other teams that don't need a QB. They got the draft capital with the Denver picks. Yeah, I see them trading up to get. Obviously I don't think the Bears will take one with Fields. I think they'll trade out, so I could see like Seattle or one of those teams trading up.
At 17 overall, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Joey Porter Jr., cornerback from Penn State.
You know, that would be Steelers tradition. I mean, selecting a Porter after the other Porter did so well for him.
If Pluto's here, the Minnesota Vikings select Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback from Mississippi State. And the Dallas Cowboys at 26 overall select Bijan Robinson, running back from Texas.
Oh yeah, another running back. That's what they need.
That's why I laughed.
Bro, I mean, yeah, that big old cap hit that Zeke's gonna take, and you know,
this makes sense, right? Team owner Jerry Jones loves star running backs, going back to his days drafting Emmitt Smith in round 1 in the 1990 draft. And he repeatedly has said Ezekiel Elliott is the Cowboys' most important player. While Elliott could be the salary cap casualty this offseason, Tony Pollard, who made the Pro Bowl this season, broke his left leg. And
it was a confirmed leg break?
Yeah.
Ooh, that sucks.
He's on pace to make it back to...
I was gonna say, dude, Zeke isn't even the best back on that team anymore. Tony the Tiger is.
Never was.
I mean, dude, it's gonna... Oh, you never know when receiver and backs are coming back from leg injury, especially a leg break. That's Pluto says Minnesota does not need a defense, Kappa. We are a brick wall. A brick wall that the ball just goes over
so, like,
the receiver.
What, like, one layer of bricks? That you can just step over?
No, I mean, Mel Kiper's track record isn't that great.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mel Kiper's not that great of a person.
We were a wide wall. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think Seattle will trade up. I don't really know about what else. I could also see Arizona trading down and maybe trying to get 2 first-round picks to give someone a shot at quarterback.
I wouldn't hate it as long as we get some pieces that are actually smart to get.
I mean, yeah, what if y'all like, you know... I don't know the draft order. I have to look.
I can tell you right now. What do you want, like 1 through 10?
I have it up here as well. I could see maybe like Indy, Seattle, Vegas if they don't get anyone like a Brady if they want Atlanta. I could see some of these teams making moves with Chicago or Arizona, who obviously have their quarterbacks. I will say out of all those, I think that Joey Porter Jr. is probably the most safe pick. Unless somebody takes him before y'all, Asian.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm ready to game.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm looking
about...
Yeah, dude. But yeah, no, 27, the Buffalo Bills.
I just hope the Cardinals make smart off-season moves and smart draft moves.
Let me ask, if we're talking draft, where do y'all have CJ Stroud ending up in the other big QB, Bryce Young?
I think Bryce Young's going to 1. I think Bryce Young's going to 1. I think somebody's trading up to get Bryce Young at 1.
I think Bryce Young falls.
I think one of them two end up in Houston. Because I think Houston will just stay at the 2.
I think the Kentucky quarterback moves up.
Which one is the Kentucky quarterback?
Will Levis.
Will Levis? Yeah, okay.
I think he moves up ahead of Bryce Young. Just because of how short Bryce Young is. That's all I'm gonna. that's my main bias against Bryce Young.
That's what people said about Murray, also. Yeah,
makes sense.
It doesn't really. I mean,
well, the
Murray
comp for
the greatness. Murray still hasn't proven that he's all that great.
I think he has. I think he just has shit O-line.
There's now teammates questioning his work ethic and things like that. It's just.
I was gonna say that's why I think this year's so important for Murray, because I feel like the perception is he's a pain in the ass to work with.
Yep, he's a bad team. That is the perception right now. He's not a good teammate.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case though myself. I hope it's not the case.
I mean, yes, I understand. Like, as a hopeful fan, you're like, he's the guy. I'm just saying, with the stuff with Kingsbury and then the stuff with teammates, and I think that's why I think this year is such a critical year for him, and that's why I think Arizona needs to get the right guy in there. Because I feel like it's still salvageable.
I saw things too, like whenever DeAndre Hopkins came back, he was like trying to get into Kyler Murray's ear and talk to him, but Murray was just like nodding his head and walking off, walking away from him instead of just like talking to him or discussing, or I don't know. It just the body language doesn't seem like he wants to be in Arizona.
I think it was just a really bad year at the end of
It could
the
be. And he just, he realized it was a bad year and just didn't want to be in part of that year
day.
anymore.
Yeah, between bad play calling all this year, fucking D-Hop missing for a majority of the year. We lost Christian Kirk. He had to really come around on a lot of things. He still has no O-line.
Like I said, yeah, and I'm hoping they get it right because I feel like Kyler's a fun player to watch. I'm just saying, like, I feel like the perception at the moment,
Before we get off, too, did you see what Gronk said to Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Rodgers went out in an interview and said something like, yeah, I can see myself playing and still winning an MVP or two. And Gronk came out on a different show and basically said, why is he talking about MVPs? The goal should be Super Bowls. For me, a Super Bowl is 10 times, better than an MVP.
I know the Rodgers comments were his McAfee interview. Was this Gronk appearing on the Kelsey Brothers podcast?
I have no idea. I just saw it on Facebook and it was like two different quotes. It showed Rodgers' picture on one quote and Gronk's quote on a picture on
I'm pretty sure it was Gronk's appearance on New Heights because I seen him talking to Travis and Jason, and he basically said that Travis basically said that Bucks team that he played in the Super Bowl was the best team he's played since he's been in the NFL. But yeah, a lot of people burned Rodgers for his comments about MVP.
How about you focus on getting into playoffs first?
Well, I mean, honestly, where do y'all think Rodgers is playing next season?
I don't. If it's not Green Bay, I don't think a lot of teams. Indy, there you go.
I see him in Tennessee personally. So we both got him going to the AFC South.
I think the only team I can actually see him easily go to.
I just think Vrabel looks at Tennessee and looks at all the quarterbacks there and knows that Tannehill isn't gonna cut it, so he takes a chance on Rodgers. Oh, but yeah, you think the Kentucky QB is moving up, Asian? Does that mean you think he's going to Houston?
I think he's the second quarterback taken.
Yeah, so yeah, I think Chicago will trade out and maybe Arizona will trade out and try to get more picks with. I think Seattle will do one of those because it makes.
Call this a hot take. I don't know why. I just thought of it. I'm gonna say Bryce Young falls all the way down within Baltimore's range, and Baltimore picks him up as the Lamar Jackson placement.
22.
Well, I'm just saying within range for them maybe to trade off, so maybe like 15.
I'll tell you this. Yeah, 15. I'll tell you this too. This would be a hot take because I think he's leaving. What if Bryce Young went to Tampa? Tampa, I feel like, is going to be in the QB business.
I don't think Tom's leaving Tampa.
You don't?
Yeah, I don't think Tom's leaving either.
I will say after that Cowboys loss, they did seem like they were really trying to sell him on coming back. So I mean, but yeah, I'm looking here.
There's gonna be a lot of crazy quarterback shifting around.
I'll say this. I can see Vegas will obviously be in the QB market as well. So a lot of teams here that could be in the QB market. I mean, Detroit's up there. I could see them taking a guy and sitting him behind Goff for a season.
Detroit's an interesting one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I could see them drafting a guy and sitting him behind Goff for a season, giving the guy a chance to learn, and then putting him out there.
Because you can say you want about Goff in LA, but throughout his time with the Lions, he looks like a whole nother player.
I think the first season he looked bad, but I think this season he looked really good.
So,
especially at home.
If they just had defense this year, that would have been a scary team.
Well, here's the thing too. I could also see Detroit picking up a guy in the second.
But you imagine if Detroit had a defense this year? That would have been a horrifying ass team.
Dallas going running back, dude. I want to see. Mook, how do you feel about Dak at this point?
He's all right. All I can say is he's all right.
I mean, okay, let me say this. Would you be mad if, say, third round Dallas took a QB and just said, hey, if worse comes to worse, he's a very cheap backup?
No, I'd be fine with it.
Alright, would you be mad if Dallas decided to go crazy a little bit and trade Dak for the higher up picks to draft the quarterback?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think anyone's going to take Dak's outrageous contract.
I think there'd be a few teams that might.
I'd be like, whoa, okay, that's interesting. Get me out of here. I'd say it's an interesting move. I would kind of have a little concern because it would be a rookie taking over. Also, I think Rodgers is gonna go and join Adams in Vegas.
Interesting. But yeah, I guess to end it off, all the teams that I see here that are in the QB market: the Texans at 2, the Colts at 4, the Seahawks at 5, Vegas at 7, Falcons at 8, Panthers at 9, Tennessee could be at 11, Jets at 13. New England won't take a QB. Green Bay won't take a QB. Commanders at 16. I could see. Dude, could you imagine if Bryce Young went to the Manders? Pittsburgh's got Pickett. Detroit does have 2 first-round picks. Tampa, we'll see what they do.
Detroit could
And then
package
Baltimore
Goff
at
to move up
22.
in the draft if they wanted to.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of teams in the first half. So it's gonna be interesting to see where these teams go.
Because I'm sure after the year Goff has had, a team wouldn't mind taking a swing on him.
Well, but I guess I'm ready to switch over whenever, y'all. I feel like we stretched 40 minutes out of these 2 games and other talk. So
Sounds good to me. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you guys in the Super Bowl, which will hopefully be the Eagles and the Chiefs.
bye.
Bye.
There's a